Chloe, no last name, just the girl who alphabetizes her spices when she's anxious and has a secret note in her phone titled Reasons to Stay Quiet, that's been getting shorter every single day, stands barefoot in her pitch-black kitchen at 11:07 p.m., phone flashlight trembling like it's terrified of what's about to happen. The entire apartment just died without warning. No fridge hum, no hallway nightlight, no Netflix to drown out the thunderstorm that's been prowling the city all evening, like it's been personally waiting for this exact moment. Rain lashes the windows hard enough to rattle the glass in the frames. Thunder cracks directly overhead like the sky just split its knuckles open. I'm halfway through a furious, typo-filled text to the building super when 3 calm, deliberate knocks slice through the chaos like a blade. You guys will never believe what just happened. I'm Chloe, 22, running on 4 hours of sleep, 3 iced coffees, and tension so thick it has its own pulse. And this is happening right now, 11:07 p.m., on a Friday night that just lost power and gained something a million times more dangerous. My phone light is shaking harder than my hands, the rain is screaming, the scent of wet cedar and ozone, and something that smells like inevitability is already sliding under the door, like it owns the place, and my heart is louder than the entire storm. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, drop a comment if the lights ever went out and something else turned all the way on and never turned off again. Let's go. I open the door. Everett stands there soaked through, flannel plastered to his chest like a second skin, salt and pepper hair dripping onto his lashes in slow silver rivers, toolbox in one hand, heavy-duty flashlight in the other. A streak of grease crosses his forearm like a lightning bolt, frozen mid-flash. His green eyes catch my phone light and glow like the storm itself crawled inside him and decided to stay. Rainwater runs down his temple, traces the sharp line of his jaw, drips off his stubbled chin. He looks like he was forged in the storm and just walked out of it to find me. Saw your lights go, he says, voice low and steady over the howling wind, calm in a way that makes my knees feel anything but. Whole building still lit. Just yours died. Figured the breaker finally gave up the ghost. Let me fix it before the storm fries something worse. I open my mouth to say he doesn't have to, that I can call someone tomorrow, that it's late, that I'm fine. But the words stick in my throat because the truth is I'm not fine. I haven't been fine since the first time he held the elevator for me and smiled like he already knew my name. Already wet, he adds, half smile tugging at the corner of his mouth, raindrops clinging to his lower lip like they're afraid to let go. Lead the way, Chloe. My name and his voice in the dark does things to my spine. I refuse to examine right now. We head down the narrow basement stairs together, my phone light jittering across dripping concrete walls like a nervous heartbeat, his flashlight beams strong and sure, cutting clean white paths through the black. The air down here is cold, damp, thick with the smell of old laundry and wet earth and something electric waiting to explode. Every step echoes, every breath fogs. The storm sounds muffled but angrier, like it followed us underground and is pacing overhead, waiting. He finds the ancient breaker panel in seconds, flips it open like he's done it 1,000 times before, like he's memorized every inch of this building, the same way I've memorized the exact way his flannel sleeves ride up when he lifts something heavy. I stand behind him, holding both lights, trying not to stare at the way water beads on the back of his neck, trying not to notice how the soaked fabric sticks to his back and outlines every muscle I've definitely never let myself catalog before tonight. Thunder booms so hard the walls shake and the single overhead bulb flickers once, twice, then dies completely. We're plunged into absolute darkness except for the 2 flashlight beams crossing like searchlights looking for the same secret we've both been pretending isn't there. Hold steady, he murmurs, voice closer now, rougher, like the dark gave it permission to drop an octave. He takes his flashlight back. Our fingers brush, and the spark that jumps between us has nothing to do with the breaker box and everything to do with the last 2 years of pretending. He works in silence, shoulders brushing mine every time he reaches past me, breath warm against my cheek when he leans in to read a faded label. The space is so small I can feel the heat rolling off his skin in waves, smell cedar and rain and the faint metallic bite of tools and the deeper, raw scent that is just him when he's close enough to touch. My heartbeat is so loud I'm terrified he'll hear it over the storm, terrified he already has. Almost got it, he says, quieter now, closer, his forearm deliberately grazing my waist as he stretches. I don't move away. I can't. I don't want to. I lean into it instead, just enough for him to feel. The breaker clicks. Once, twice, 3 times like a countdown. Lights explode back on overhead, harsh and fluorescent, bleaching the world white for a split second. We both blink, blinded, flashlights still aimed at nothing. When my vision clears, he's staring at me, chest rising and falling too fast, raindrops sliding down his temple like slow tears, eyes darker than I've ever seen them, pupils blown wide like the dark taught them a new language. Power's back, but the air between us is humming louder than the entire city grid. Should be good now, he says, voice gravel and thunder and something that sounds a lot like surrender, but he doesn't step back. He steps forward. I set both flashlights down on the workbench, deliberate, slow, the beams crossing on the floor like an X marking the exact spot where everything changes forever. Everett, I whisper, and it comes out shaky, hungry, done pretending for even one more heartbeat. He closes the distance in one stride, hands cupping my face, thumbs wiping away rain that isn't there, calloused and trembling like he's scared I'll vanish. His mouth crashes into mine like the storm outside finally broke through the roof and decided to live inside us instead. I taste rain and cedar and 2 years of wanting that neither of us ever named out loud until right now, until the dark gave us permission and the light came back just in time to watch us burn. We don't make it upstairs. The concrete wall is cold against my back, his soaked flannel hot against my thin tank top, his palms sliding under fabric like he's been dreaming of this exact moment since the first time I smiled at him in the mailroom, and he smiled back like he was already ruined. My fingers tangle in wet hair, tug him closer, closer, until there's no space left for thunderstorms or breakers or pretending we haven't been circling this for years. Every time thunder rolls, it feels like the building itself is cheering us on. Like the storm outside is jealous it isn't us. The breaker box hums behind us, steady now. But we're the ones short-circuiting, sparks flying everywhere, skin meets skin. Every kiss a live wire, every breath a lightning strike. His hands are everywhere, reverent and desperate, like he's trying to map 2 years of restraint in one night. My legs wrap around his waist without permission. The old workbench creaks under our weight. Tools clatter to the floor and neither of us cares. Later, much later, we're sprawled on the ancient basement couch that smells like dryer sheets and secrets and probably saw things in the 80s it's never recovered from. My legs are across his lap, his shirt completely unbuttoned and hanging open, my tank top lost somewhere near the dryer, hair disaster, both of us breathing like we just survived a hurricane and started a new one. The overhead lights glow steady and boring, but we're still buzzing, foreheads pressed together, laughing into each other's mouths because we can't stop kissing long enough to form actual sentences. Power's definitely back on, he murmurs against my lips, voice wrecked and perfect, fingers tracing the line of my spine like he's learning it by heart. Good, I whisper, nipping his bottom lip hard enough to make him groan low in his throat. Because I plan on blowing it again, repeatedly, all night, maybe all weekend. He laughs, low and filthy and delighted, and flips us so I'm under him, the couch creaking in protest, the lights overhead, flickering once, like they're warning us they might not survive round 2. Outside, the storm rages harder than ever. Inside, we burn brighter than every strike of lightning combined. Chloe winks at the camera, phone propped on a dusty paint. Can, red light, glowing steady in the dark. Rain still drumming overhead, like the world's loudest, longest applause. And that's how resetting the breaker became everything. Sometimes the lights have to go out so you can finally see what's been sparking in the dark the whole damn time. And sometimes the storm isn't outside. It's just been waiting for the perfect blackout to move in and stay forever. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment the last time the power went out, and you finally turned all the way on and never turned off again. Chloe's dangerous desires just flipped every switch, and we're riding this current until the whole grid begs for mercy.